Hello everybody. We wanted to check in with you and let you see and hear a little bit about how things are going at the center through this whole big COVID pandemic. Things have certainly changed in everybody's world. So I've got Colleen, our center manager, beside me, and I'm Dianne, the SPC of Gendun Drubpa Buddhist Center. So we want to make sure that we reassure everyone that the center is doing very well. We've been so fortunate through our members and our donors that we've been able to meet our financial commitments to pay our bills and keep the center functioning with, electricity, lights, taxes, etc. We've even managed to do a little bit of upkeep, sort of taking advantage of the quieter times. We've done some extra upkeep. So we've got a new sidewalk outside coming into the center. There's been some other things that have been cleaned here and spruced up. And go ahead.
Our stupa has now been put to bed for the winter to allow it time to dry out. And in the spring, we're hoping that we'll be able to further the maintenance on our stupa and spruce it up a little bit more. And we really encourage everyone in the spring when it's unwrapped to go and visit our stupa on Spoken Lake. It's open to the public, and once you get there, you'll see just how amazing it really is.
Mm-hmm. It really is. So what we've been doing at the center is we've been sending out updates, so regular updates. And recently our management committee, which has actually been meeting, these masks slide down, which actually has been meeting regularly via Zoom. We are now going to be sending out a monthly update, and we will give a whole series of information about things that are going on at our sister centers, and also reminding people that we as Gendun Drubpa Center also have archives from all of the teachings that we've had over the years that we've been open to. So there's links that you can follow. So there was an update that came out last week. And Colleen, you had some news recently about the possible reopening of the Interfaith Book Club.
Yes. Last fall this spring actually, we started a book club on a book by Stephen Prothero called God Is Not One. And we had 20 very excited members attend our very first book club in the basement of the the Anglican Church, St. Peter's. And after 2 meetings, we unfortunately were hit with COVID and had to suspend the book club. But now that St. Peter's is looking at reopening, they have agreed to allow us to continue our book club in their very large basement. It's allowed under COVID protocols to hold 50 people, and there's only 20 in our group. And with face masks and hand sanitizing and watching, asking the questions about sanitation and all that, we feel pretty confident that we'll be able to hold a safe and very informative book club. We have some clergy that are involved. We have 4 different faiths involved. So the discussions can be quite enlightening and encouraging in different directions.
So people can put their name forward if they have any interest about that?
Just contact us at the Gendun Drubpa Shaw email.
No dates are set yet, so it is under discussion, but that's a good thing. We're also here at the center working on offering a half-hour weekly Zoom meditation, so something like a lunch hour Zoom, that kind of a thing, and drop in. So if people are interested in doing that, please let us know as well.
Yeah, we want it to be like a very easy, very gentle meditation, and maybe a little bit of check-in too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be cool. And the big news just this week, in fact, just in the last couple days, that we now have a Zoom teaching scheduled with Geshe Sherab this coming January. So instead of doing an in-person physical tour, he is actually doing a virtual tour, and our center is on that list for January. So you'll be hearing more information about that. That's very exciting. We want you to know how important our students and community are to us at Gendun Drubpa Center. It's very important to us to have connection with you. And at the same time, we also still need to follow the provincial guidelines. So the decision of the management committee is we check in every month when we get together.
Mm-hmm. And knowing that, as you all are well aware, our center, Gompa, is a very small space. It would be difficult to have, say 15, 20 people in here, even on a good day. But with COVID, the restrictions have become much more onerous, and we're finding that now we might have to not so much have the center open physically, but move towards more Zoom opportunities and more online opportunities. Touching base with one another, emailing us if you have a Dharma question, or if you'd like to get together one-on-one for a cup of tea and discuss Dharma. We also could have a very small meditation group, but it would only be like 3 people. So these are all things that are under consideration that we're trying to find our way, as are many places right now, especially places of worship.
Yeah, it's just still so uncertain as to how things are going to proceed. But right now, the fall is not a great time to go full bore back into the way things were. So that just can't happen at this moment. But we thought we would just like to update everyone and let you see for yourselves that the meditation room and the center itself is doing very well.
Yeah, and we're really, really looking forward to a time when we can all be together again physically. But until that time, we can still reach out to one another virtually. And we're hoping that you know that we're here for you. The center is working towards that day when we can all be together in person again. But until then, if you have any ideas or suggestions on things you'd like to see, maybe something you saw at another center, or another way of doing things that you heard about or saw online, we'd love to hear your ideas, and we'd love to share that with our greater community as well. And if you have any comments or suggestions for our monthly Dharma email, let us know. If you heard about it, or read, or saw a really good teaching that you think would be a wonderful thing to share with our greater community, please send it along, and we'll try our best to include it in our monthly mail out.
And don't forget that, the way that Dharma works is that the fact that our center is here and that you are thinking about the center, that we are thinking about you, that in itself builds merit. It builds merit for our community and in the world beyond our community as well. So just having a center present in Williams Lake, just having a stupa present in the Caribou is amazing, amazing. And people still say, how on earth is it that there's a Buddhist community? We had somebody stop by the center even just about 6 weeks ago, I think, knocked on the door and was like, I never knew that there was a center. They were here visiting, or something was going on with their family or something.
Oh, yes. We had a Tibetan woman stop in and want to pay her respects to His Holiness, and spend some time here, in reflection and just touching the heart of our teachings. And that's what we want. I guess the biggest message from us to you is to know that we're still here, and we still embody the teachings of the Buddha.
That's right.
Through Lama Yeshe and through Lama Zopa Rinpoche.
That's right, and His Holiness. All right, thank you everyone. Keep well, keep safe, and we hopefully will give you another update when we have more to report.
And we're looking forward to hearing from you as well. Be well, be
in the
safe.
Dharma.